Live from Studio Legit Heat, home of the East Providence Later Gators. Yes, I am your host, Jimmy Gators. Luca.
They actually need a name change.
I am the Scotty Mac.
I'm a bad bitch.
He's a bad bitch. We all know it. He's a baddie.
Money in the bank. It's been a while. Last week there wasn't, a lot to cover, so we wanted to cram it all into this one, and here we are. Money in the Bank. Set off a couple things. One of them, we're gonna talk about Roman being pinned after, but the first thing I want to get to is this Judgment Day stuff that's going on that it kind of set off. Seth Rollins had a very weird, for lack of a better word, loss to. Seth Rollins had a very weird win over Finn Balor.
He did.
Because Damian Priest, who I don't think he was like a bottom tier favorite, I would say.
Bottom tier? There are only technically three favorites. Come on. It was him and LA Knight, but LA Knight was obviously on top of him.
And Logan Paul. But what I'm saying is, out of the three, you'd probably put him at like the least favorite.
Oh, yeah, you're definitely right. I wouldn't put him bottom. Yeah, that's bottom tier if you only have three options. You're right.
Right?
Yeah.
We didn't see it. I enjoyed it because I just can respect an unpredictable finish that makes sense and doesn't bother me. And Damian Priest, I fuck with him.
While we're on the Logan Paul train, did you see what he said on his podcast?
About him and Ricochet? I heard certain bits where
about how he said he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
Well, no, that Logan said that about himself.
Yes, he said about himself. Yeah.
I mean, which is okay, because it's like...
Is it, though? Why are you sending someone out there who doesn't know what they're doing?
I mean, we could say the same.
Bad Bunny knows what he's doing.
Yeah, it's also true. But Bad Bunny
Snoop knew what he was doing, and that shit was improv.
He's going off right now. Go ahead.
Bullshit.
Go ahead.
No, man. Don't get on your podcast and your real reason why you tried to get in the wrestling business to put that more on the map, which it sucks. So I just think that it's stupid, and you should probably leave wrestling. So
I did not expect that, but here we are.
Sorry, I just had to get that out of the chest.
Okay, that was beautiful. Holy shit!
I think it's bullshit because if you're exposing, he kind of broke down. Like, I can try to find the clip and show it to you later if you want.
No, I believe it.
No, I saw it.
Yeah, he basically passed. The term was he passed the heat to Ricochet, basically saying how he said he thought he wasn't ready, but Ricochet's like, we got to do it, man. We have to.
This might be a reach, and you might say it's a reach, and that's completely fine. But I feel as though because we've been in the reality era and we know that wrestlers in WWE, outside of WWE, AEW, MJF is like the big, huge example of that, where we've been in what Triple H called the reality era many years ago. And what if, with that said, WWE and Logan Paul are slowly cooking their own MJF in terms of a legitimate heel who stays in character all the time? And what better way to get under a wrestling fan's skin than to go on a podcast and say, I don't know what I'm doing?
Well, the thing that I'll bring up real quick is you can create an MJF or you can actually get MJF next year. And that's very apparent that the man will want to go elsewhere, because it's like, unless Tony really backs up like 2 Brinks trucks to him and be like, hey, son, here you have like creative control over everything you do. Here's a blank check and a Brinks truck for good measure. It's like, I think he's really is serious about going to WWE next year, sometime next year, and then they'll have him there.
Real quick, do we think he's going for real?
I don't like I said before. If he does go, it has to be the Cody treatment. It has to be exactly the same character, the same music, the same fucking everything. He cannot change one bit. And we all know WWE loves to put handcuffs on guys.
Nah, so but he's Tony Khan has more money. That's without question. Yeah, I think at that point it would just have to be an ego thing and I don't think it's a bad ego thing, but MJF at some point, and the scary thing is he's already there. He has the AEW title. He made an exclusive title like they did in the fucking 90s. Like, you know what I'm saying? This dude is already there. So the fact that he's already there to me says he's going next year. Like, this dude, he's already at the mountaintop.
What else is there for him to do? So at that point,
I think that him and Tony, they have that mutual agreement. Like, look, he's doing this here right now because in WWE, he's gonna go off and accomplish what he wants to accomplish in WWE.
Basically. And I feel like with Cody there, he can kind of vouch for him in terms of getting him there, and that would be their way in. But we'll see there, and that's just a little side quest that we took. But back to the whole Damian and everything.
Oh yes, sorry.
Yeah, no,
little
it's
tangent. A little Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Damian Priest, I'm happy with it. I'm extra happy that it was an unpredictable finish that made sense. I'm happy for what it did for the Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor match, and I'm happy that it also, they were cooking it slightly before Money in the Bank, but it elevated this now Damian Priest and Finn Balor storyline that we have, this little rift in the Judgment Day.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I was starting to bring up prior to starting this recording was more of like, is it too soon to kind of implode them from within, kind of have them pull what they did on Edge months ago, well, a year ago. So
yeah, I mean,
it's like, it could be, but also it's like, Damian is someone that they're pretty high on in terms of star potential and someone that can actually hold a world title. Which one? We're already obvious which one he will hold, but I digress. But it's just like, in terms of them kicking Finn out and then Finn turning freaking babyface at some point, it's looking more and more like that as the weeks go by. And then with the whole rumor now that they're going to run it back with Seth and Finn at SummerSlam potentially, and then that could be the moment, the big moment where they'll have the breakup specifically, where Finn will actually win. The Judgment Day will come out and celebrate and everything, and then
Priest turns on him.
Yeah, they could pull it like Evolution, where they'll be like, "Hey, yeah," and then thumbs down, and then start beating the snot out of him, and then that's where Damien catches in and be like, "I'm the fucking top boss now."
Are there any other favorites to face Seth Rollins at SummerSlam?
Not at all. Not that I've heard of, at least.
No, I can't really think of any.
Like, I thought it was going to be Cody, and then next thing you know, right as he's about to be like, so, and then Brock Lesnar comes out and like...
I mean, well, how Raw ended, Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor makes sense again, so we'll see what happens.
Like, yeah, literally run it back at the same event that Finn got injured all those years ago and won that initial title, and then have it, the roles reverse, have it be like, oh, yay, I won, I got my comeuppance on you, and then next thing you know, just like I said, the events that I just transponded will go down, and then they'll be like, the Judgment Day is better without you. I'm world champion, a.k.a. Damian Priest. Goodbye. And then, yeah.
Then they got both world champions in the faction.
Would be fucking crazy.
That'd be cool.
And they're going to side with Damian, because obviously, yes, Finn is going to have to be the one to turn face. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, no. 100%.
Oh, and then also just a quick little tidbit. If by some chance Dom does end up winning the North American Championship next week.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
That would be like everyone's a legitimate champion. Mm-hmm. And then it's just like there was like this slight little rumor because of the fact that Finn already pinned Carmella twice in the last couple of weeks that maybe he could get added into the the NXT Championship match at the Great American Bash between him and Ilya Dragunov. No, let's not do that. I don't think Finn needs the title again. Well, that title.
Yeah, no, there's no reason for that.
But we are cooking something with him and Melo, so yeah.
I mean, I thought the second Melo appeared on Raw, I thought he was going to get the call up, but I guess not.
Yeah, no. But
speaking of Raw and speaking of splitting teams up, I watched Raw, and I don't know if you guys had the same reaction, and I was like, why are we breaking everybody up right now?
Oh, I know
what
I'm
mean. Referring to. And it pissed me off. Like, I hope it was just Gunther showing disciplinary how disciplined he is. Right. But
no, let's not split them up either. We kind of need them.
That's another WWE trademark. They don't like to have factions for too long.
That Raw,
whatever reason,
it's talked about on and off in the wrestling rumor fucking mill, but that Raw felt very Vince McMahon-ish. I have no problem with the Judgment Day storyline, how it's going, but okay, so we're gonna split up two great factions, heel factions that Raw has right now. Is that really a smart idea?
It
probably not.
It definitely isn't. Like, I really don't want to see the Judgment Day implode. Like, I want them to all have gold.
Let it be a slow implosion. I like the SummerSlam idea because you can stretch this thing out, even though there's still some tension. I forget what comment that was made, but right after they squashed it, Damian Priest looked at Finn and he was like, hey, either you, and if you don't win, we got a backup plan right here.
That's
and he
right.
showed his Money in the Bank briefcase. And Finn just kind of sat there. He was like, yeah, but then he did the whole,
like
what?
Like what? Why would you say that?
Fuck you say?
So that's what I'm saying.
Say
They
fuck
just
me
keep
for it.
playing at it.
Yeah.
Like it's something to really ponder at, because that figuratively was being planted here. It's really, I'm really slowly predicting this, and just like with Money in the Bank, it was more of like, yeah, no, it's one of these two guys, LA Knight or Damian, and then next but yeah, no, that's going to be very wild to see if it does end up coming true. If it doesn't, fine. Seth holds the title for the end of the day, but then obviously Damian comes in, and then, maybe there's another split thing you could do where Finn doesn't end up getting his happy ending and finishing his story at SummerSlam, but then Damian does come in with this plan B, aka the briefcase, wins the title, and then that causes some more jealousy and more of a rift between him and with him and Finn, and then next thing you know, we have them actually going at it, and then next thing you know, that causes Finn's face turn. So there's avenues that we can go around here.
My chest just got real warm, and
I
had
real
a very
warm feeling in there.
warm, moist substance happen in my pants thinking about this.
Oh,
ending for
Jesus
SummerSlam.
Christ.
Okay.
Oh, God. And that's the end of the episode. Thank you, guys.
Finn versus Seth 2 at SummerSlam. Damian Priest and the whole Judgment Day come out to help Finn successfully win the title.
Actually, it'd be part 3.
Yeah, it'd be 3. Yeah.
3.
Yeah. This would be the rubber match.
The entire Judgment Day, including Damian Priest, helps Finn Balor win the championship. Explosion, fucking confetti, all of that. Damian Priest and Dominic and Rhea jump Finn's ass. And Damian cashes in right there.
That'd be the wildest shit
could
ever.
happen.
Give me what I want.
Imagine
feeling it. What do we think?
Imagine if he goes in as the Demon too.
Ooh.
If Demon Finn comes out to play one more time at SummerSlam and actually gets that win, and then has that happen, that should be wild as
Too
fuck.
advanced. Vince McMahon wouldn't do any of what we're talking about right now. What do you think of that last one? You like it or you don't like it?
I'm gonna have to let that marinate. I don't know. I mean, I feel like
Yeah, no, I just tossed that one in because it came up really randomly.
It would give major babyface heat, or it would make a major babyface out of Finn. Yeah, and it would give Damian that. Yeah, that
It would be a wild cash in too, though.
It would be. I think you know what? We haven't had a wild cash in with like that. So you know what? Give me what I want. I like that. I like that idea.
Yeah, give me what I want. Damn it, it's BK. I have my way.
Back to Money in the Bank. Roman Reigns was pinned by Jey Uso. And we're talking about SummerSlam. And Jey Uso versus Roman Reigns is happening.
Yep.
That is a fact.
Jey Uso was the first person to pin Roman back in 2015.
How magical was that pinfall after they kicked out of
the spear spike thing?
Yeah,
I was like, bruh, that was
stacked up on top of each other, kicked out.
Magic.
And then later to pin, I couldn't believe it.
I literally cried a thug tear. That's how good it was. I was like, this really happened. I didn't think it was, and then it really happened. I'm like, oh, okay.
Though I'll be this guy and say, of course, the one time he gets pinned in the last 3 years, of course, it has nothing to do with the WWE the championship, of course, because why would he lose that? Because why would it make any sense? But. And I'm saying it could happen with Jay at SummerSlam, but like
that, and that's my prediction too. It's like, sorry to Cody, but I think in reality, us as an audience are more invested in Jey Uso getting his Kofi Mania type moment. If he wins that, I feel like it would mean a hell of a lot more to a lot of people that he now holds the championship and has a nice, decent singles run with it. And then, once he eventually loses, it's fine, but we still gave him that chance.
What's lucky for Cody is finishing the story is getting the belt. It has nothing to do with the Roman, so he can beat anyone.
No, yeah. If by some chance Roman does end up beating the snot out of his cousin at SummerSlam again, fine, so be it. We're really going down that route of giving Cody that opportunity next year, but it's going to stink for a little bit.
I could see WWE personally, and I think that's where you guys were leaning maybe. I really do. Well, so you don't think Jay's going to pin him? You don't think Jay's going to beat him for the championship?
It would be very tough. I don't think so. I think the person that is going to beat him is Solo, though.
Oh yeah, because remember what Solo did
You remember
at the end of SmackDown?
Yeah.
He was holding that thing.
Oh yeah.
I think that's what they're gonna tease.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be wild for him to win the world the what is the Universal title that quickly.
Yeah.
But like, hey, I mean,
I don't think I'll do you one better, bro. I don't think Roman is losing the title anytime soon. Still.
And that really just leads into a bigger question, like how much longer can you make this man hold it? Because now that the storyline is ending,
with him losing the bloodline, I could see WWE, not Roman, because Roman, I'm sure he's good with whatever at this point. He's turning fucking since the pandemic, bro. Like he's on another fucking level. He's in God mode for sure.
yeah.
But I could see WWE creative wanting to show that Roman can do this thing on his own without the bloodline for a little while, because the entire time he's had the bloodline, but.
He's been this dominant. Yeah, no, that's fair. I mean,
and that could also lead into if there is a Mania, if there's one final last Mania, one last hope for The Rock to come in and do a WrestleMania, it's at WrestleMania 40, and he would be the Samoan who would come and finally check Roman Reigns.
okay, I'm just gonna be the dude that's just gonna rain on everyone's parade. Let's stop thinking Dwayne is coming back. Dwayne runs a whole football league. Dwayne wakes up at like before the crack of
ass crack of
dawn to train in the Iron Paradise and then take care of his fucking kids. The man literally is building a tequila plant. Yeah. Not tequila plant. Well, like a tequila mill where he's making tequila. He's doing like 500 different things in the span of 24 hours every day. I don't think that man is coming back next year. If he didn't come back this year, hell no. Plus, I don't want him.
I'm gonna take a page out of Yeri's book right now. He's right, I fear.
You know who the Samoan is that's gonna dethrone Roman Reigns?
Rikishi.
Yo.
See? Look at me.
That would be great.
He's just gonna. Oh God, I don't even want to picture it. Oh God, in 2023 or 2024, that's nasty.
Or do you want his Ja Rule one?
No, hell no.
I don't think it's Ja Rule. I thought it sounded like Ja Rule when I was younger.
Hey man,
it does
on
like
a side note, is the Unit 4L? Fuck Ja Rule. Just saying.
100% sounds like Ja Rule.
That definitely is Ja Rule, but fuck him. Oh, scammer ass.
Fuck him.
Schemer. Yeah, that's true.
No one's forgotten about Fyre Fest.
Mm-mm.
Not Fighter Fest. Fighter
Fest
Fest is different. Stuff. Yeah, Fighter Fest is the good shit. Fyre Fest, but I wasn't one of those people that got scammed. So,
yeah,
shit.
Yo,
off the rails.
Off the rails. Yeah, that's what happens when you smoke hash before you start.
Yeah, that's true. That is a good point.
That was a good one. We love that one a lot. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
it was really really good.
But yeah, no. Back to the rails.
The rails. You on your Tony shit?
I was just gonna say
not that you
ass. I'm not talking about Montana.
Oh my God. We're talking about back on the rails, like keeping the train back on the damn rail.
Speaking of Tony Khan, AEW's a little interesting right now.
Sure is.
Oh,
this MJF and Adam Cole stuff, for starters, we're going to start with that.
Pretty funny.
Wow.
I'm really enjoying it.
It's funny, but he's done this before, in a sense. Like, he's trying to get buddy with a guy that almost beat his ass.
I love that, though. I love that it's like a random fucking... It's a random, every so often, reoccurring thing with MJF that, like, he just randomly gravitates towards people. And it's people who make sense, like Jericho. He was a huge Adam Cole fan, still is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised he didn't do it with Punk, but I mean, you know, two egos, it made sense.
True. Yeah, I bet you the Eagles got a...
Side note, because I want to keep talking about, I want to give MJF and Adam Cole their flowers for everything they're doing inside and outside of the product right now. Mm-hmm. But how are we feeling about Collision so far?
I mean, they've been putting on killer matches, but I feel like not a lot of people have been like watching.
No. It's Saturday. Like on Saturday, I'm doing other things. Like,
though, I mean, I hate
we talked about this happening. So.
I hate the notion that people. I mean, technically, yes, long term, I don't think Saturday wrestling really works. Mm-hmm. But like people like, people just bash it. But like, how many other like WWE has done it before? WCW has done it. Every wrestling company, a lot like that's ever been probably had a Saturday show.
They have definitely done it before. Yes.
So it's like, and I mean, even in the '80s, that's when people watch. It was Saturday morning wrestling. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's another time. So I mean, if they did it Saturday morning. That might be something different, though. You know what I mean? But I mean, I feel like then again, a lot of people work now, different schedules, so it's not.
No, yeah,
9 to 5.
It's great. Like last week, I was watching FTR and freaking Bullet Club Gold.
Ooh, just put on clinics like there really hasn't been many bad matches on like I just feel like it's just TK.
No, AEW's matches like for the last. I mean, AEW's matches are always great. For the last couple months, they've been like phenomenal. I would even say.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, they definitely do pretty well in terms of that, but just in terms of keeping people's attention, like it's not. That wasn't a good idea to put a show on a Saturday, a 2-hour show at best.
Right? Yeah. If it was an hour show, I could see, but yeah, 2 hour like. I really like a couple of weeks ago I went to tune in. I'm like, oh shoot, it's on at 10, right? And it was almost over. I was like, oh no, it starts at 8 because I'm so used to Rampage starting at 10 o'clock.
Speaking of AEW, I just randomly thought of this. Fuck whatever fan I saw. I liked the comment and it like blew up because I commented on something. Someone was trying to shit on Daniel Garcia's fucking dance.
Oh god,
come on, bro.
Hell yeah.
You hate it?
I don't hate it. It's just more of like, bro, it's kind of cringe.
Good.
I don't want it to be cringe. It's scaring the hoes.
I fucking love it.
If I want to scare the hoes, I'll play Danny Brown and fucking JPEG.
I can't even do it like him. How does he?
He really knows how to gyrate his hips.
Really
that's kind of weird.
You can't do it sitting down. That's
no,
what
that's
it is.
Yeah, that's
I
the
love
thing.
it.
They're gonna practice. I'm gonna be gone by the time that they're.
Yo, Daniel Garcia, bro.
He's funny.
He is real hip hop because he does know West Side Gun.
I love it.
But yeah,
yo, they gotta let him come out to that.
They did.
I mean,
once,
once.
just the one time. Like,
Right,
but
no,
let
I know,
him.
yeah.
I love that guy.
I mean, that just depends
And
on
he's
how
so
the
young.
business works out. But yeah,
That's true, yeah.
he's definitely young and everything.
That's the other thing I forget. So a lot of these AEW guys, like we know them now because they've been on TV, but like before this, they've never done any kind of like stuff like this. So like they're very young. They're very I don't want to say green, but they're still figuring out this sports entertainment business. You know what I mean? I feel like especially with last Wednesday with the vignettes that Adam Cole and MJF have been doing, they've kind of leaned more into their sports entertainment side, which.
And let's talk about that. Yo, like the fucking gym bro session. Yep. Them like I love how the common thing with them is always fucking Tony.
Schiavone. Yeah.
Shut up, Schiavone.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, how do you still hate? What does Tony Schiavone do to you?
You know who he looks like? Tony Schiavone. I was like, yo.
I'm like, damn.
And him
really
joining in on his
Schiavone.
Twitch, everything about it is great. I hope I kind of hope they become this tag team champ.
I mean, I don't know if they them beating FTR would be tough, but I mean,
it would. And if by some chance they do, and then end up having a world championship match, that'd be even more hilarious.
It gives me like the old school stuff that WWE used to do, where even if it's temporary, because it would be a temporary thing. When it's happened in history, that's what happens. They make enemies tag team champions. Cena and Shawn around WrestleMania 23 season. Austin and Shawn.
I'm pretty sure.
So Shawn's been in two of the ones I remember, because you remember Cena and Shawn.
Yeah.
They won the Raw ones.
Everyone forgets about that, but yeah, no, you're right. I
around the WrestleMania 23 season, either before or after. But it was I was like, bro, I'm sold. Do this with MJF and Adam Cole, even if it's temporary, before they have their next match, because we know they're gonna.
Yeah.
And I don't know when necessarily that would happen.
They'll probably I don't think they'll do it at All In, maybe All Out.
That'd be too long. Yeah, honestly, they already had a match like close to a month ago.
Why? Because who do you think MJF would face at Wembley?
It would have to be Adam Cole.
It have to be, right?
Yeah, because it's like no one else. There's no one else in the pipeline right now. I mean, and then it's just to kind of cap this off on my point. Tony really has an issue with kind of like really stretching out these feuds and these storylines. Like it gets very diluted after a certain point where you're kind of wondering, why the fuck are they still even doing anything? It's like Eddie Kingston and Chris Jericho last year. They dragged that bitch the fuck out.
That one was dragged out. I do remember that.
I'm curious to know if it can't only be Tony because it's such a huge operation. I wonder who's writing for them. They don't have. I don't think they don't have WWE level writers who can read. I don't know who's doing it for them right now. Like who's the like head writer or one of the known writers at least for WWE?
I think it is for WWE. You said
WWE.
I have no idea. I never looked.
Whoever
into
the
that.
fuck it usually doesn't come out till like after.
Right?
But
Yeah.
I know the head writer, like in terms of creative, is Tony for AEW.
Yeah,
but
sure.
he's sharing some of that now with a lot of people, including Brian Danielson.
they need help with, because
I feel like they need a more of a flow in their show.
Yes,
Because I feel like sometimes it can be
because whatever WWE is
sporadic.
doing with like long term, like we all know how long the Bloodline has been, and it's still fucking crazy. Judgment Day, we're kind of getting vibes that that's gonna be like a long-ish, you know.
Yeah.
So they've been doing their thing, bro, and like I would have to agree. Like they're struggling with that, and they need to finally try to figure it out.
Yeah, no. Like, that's why I agree that it should be Adam Cole and MJF at Wembley for that title. As far as anything else goes, it's like we're still kind of some time away in terms of how the rest of that card's going to look like.
I mean, but they should probably start announcing. I mean, I would hope after Blood and Guts they start announcing stuff for.
Oh no, yeah, we're gonna see that, and obviously that kind of jumps into that. Now that you mentioned that, how do we feel now about how the fields look like for that match?
How the what?
How the field looks like for that match, like for both teams. Like, how do you feel about that match
For Blood and Guts?
Blood and Guts.
Who's on? Did they announce the other member for Blackpool?
Yeah. It's Pac.
Yeah, it's Pac.
It is Pac.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't catch
they got my
either.
boy out the trenches. My boy was chilling at home with the kids, lifting weights with Finn every now and then. Because apparently Finn did visit
saw that.
him. It was cool.
He does make sense. This is an honest, genuine reaction because I didn't have time to watch AEW last night. This is an honest, genuine reaction. It makes a lot of sense.
He's
for
been
him to be
an
in
elite
Blackpool.
hater since the beginning, since the get.
That, and he's just he screams Blackpool Combat Club. That nigga is hard hitting as fuck.
Yeah, no, that man scares me.
The first matches I remember in AEW with him and Moxley.
Oh yeah,
Come on, bro.
They beat the shit out of each other.
Yes, they did.
Which was awesome. But
That's what had me like sending clips of AEW to people. I remember like I was like, bro, these motherfuckers are killing it right now.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. And I think we're leaning towards Boston next week. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Oh yeah, no, I'm buying a ticket after this one way or another.
I mean,
I don't give a fuck.
I mean, the fact that Tony has got Ibushi and Jay White under the same umbrella, like,
yeah, bro.
I saw something on Twitter the other day. I don't know if it was real or not, but apparently Triple H had real big, like, was starting to make out plans for both of those guys since they were free agents.
Yeah,
for in WWE, and obviously that.
Like, I'm surprised that he couldn't make it work with Coda, because it's like with Coda he already had a relationship because he had him in the Cruiserweight Classic so many years ago.
He did. Yes.
Like, I'm surprised. Like, and mind you, at that particular time, I didn't know who Kota Ibushi was, and then I learned. I'm like,
oh yeah,
this
I
guy's
feel like a lot of people
good.
learned after that match he had with who was it? With it Kendrick? Brian Kendrick?
No. He had a particular match that tore the house
Oh,
down with,
Cedric. It was Cedric.
It was Cedric.
Cedric.
That was the Please Sign Cedric match.
Yes.
Which was very good.
Which was very good, yeah.
Yeah, no, I might have to pull up, bro. I mean, and I also feel like I wouldn't be fully satisfied with my recent TD experiences if I didn't do. I just have to do. Last time was War Games. This time it will be Blood and Guts. Like, I think we need to do that. I have to do that.
That's hilarious. That the last time you were in that place
for the same type of match.
Exactly.
That's awesome. That's funny.
But no, yeah, the fact that they got Coda was like, it wasn't obvious, but it was more of like, please just tell me it's him. Yeah. I can't have another swerve and it ends up being fucking Eddie Kingston or fucking Tomohiro Ishii
Michael
again.
Nakazawa.
Or Michael Nakazawa, God forbid. I'm like, bro, I cannot have that again. And all respect to freaking Eddie, congratulations on the title win too, by the way.
Never.
And freaking Tomohiro, but I'm just like, bro, I can't handle that again. The only way I could have handled that is if they had Okada. But the only way that would have worked is if Bryan had not broken his arm during that match. That would have worked.
That's also crazy to me that man broke his arm and still wrestled for 10 minutes.
Because he's a fucking animal.
And then went into the crowd and like,
his wife probably was like, yo, you're sleeping outside in the yard after that. He was like, why? Because you broke your arm doing this shit when I told you not to. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like he understands that ball is life and this is his version of ball. He's in the league. He's like, I'm going all out. I'm shooting the shit. I'm like, I bet.
The Blood and Guts match is different from War Games, though, right?
Same kind of structure, basically.
Same structure.
Yeah.
What about the rules, though?
Basically the same.
Basically the same. It's
pods.
Not pods.
No, they're not pods. It's one big cage to kind of house everyone.
Yep.
That's what they use in WWE, and that's the weird thing about it. But it's just like this type of match is not something that's patented.
Wait, but they have their own cages, right?
Yeah, both
no.
teams are
Both
stuck in
teams-
one cage. Yeah. Like one cage at the beginning of the ramp, but obviously 2 rings.
Yeah.
But obviously the match officially does not start up until
So
everyone's
both
in
teams
the
are
ring.
in the same cage.
No.
Well, technically, yes, because it's all the same cage because it goes over
2 rings and then
rings.
two big cages.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're in
yeah.
that. But before they get into the match, they're in one cage as a team.
That's the cage that I'm asking.
yeah.
Oh,
No.
sorry, yeah.
Everyone's separate. Yeah, you can't have
Okay.
that because then they'd be beating the shit out of each other.
All right, word. I got when you said all in one cage, I got confused. Now we're back.
Yeah, no,
We're good.
we're not all in this
word.
together.
So it's the same. It's the same match.
Yeah, that's what I'm
What's the only
saying.
That's
difference?
just, the name.
Just the
Okay.
name.
The name.
All right,
And it's
makes
just like
sense.
I mentioned right now. It's like there's no patent on who can do it and who can't.
No,
It's
that's why
everyone can do it.
The last one I caught in the first,
match, yeah, but
Yeah, the
the
match.
first and last one I caught, I caught it like midway. I remember, so I gotta go back and watch that for
Yeah, no, but next week is going to be lit. The fact that they really got Coda, they got my boy Coda a fucking visa.
Yeah, that's so good. I mean, it's crazy
Let's
like
fucking
because
go.
he's been the holographic Charizard for TK since the start of AEW.
Yo, dead
You know what I
ass. That man, he's just like Pac. He's just been chilling at home. He's
Yeah.
like, I'm just waiting for the bag.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for somebody to give me something entertaining. And then Kenny shows up and is like, hi, buddy. You busy? I got you.
I just
then
hope
here
you
we
know
go.
that if we do go next week, it's gonna be a lot of this for me, bro.
Yeah.
I'm
You have
just,
to.
I'm going to
You
be
have to.
standing somewhere else.
'cause,
I'm going to
I
be
mean,
like, I don't know.
Danny
who those guys
Garcia
are.
and Sammy Guevara have a match against MJF and
That-
Adam Cole too.
Y'all
so-
both going
Those
to be doing that
two-
shit the whole time?
Those
Oh,
two
fuck.
matches are what's really
yeah.
driving me to
That
Boston.
let's all be real. That
We'll
blood
see.
and guts match is going to be an hour. That shit's going to start at 9.
Yeah.
And it's going to last because of the fact that it's like you're going in intervals in this shit, and then the finish is going to go so fucking hard.
Fucking Tony, man,
And
with,
you know they're
with
gonna
these
do
free
Rampage
pay
after.
per views. I love him.
Essentially free pay-per-views. You're 100%
He does
right.
them. He
Yeah.
does them. People. They only have the 3 or 4 pay per views a year.
Yeah.
But
Apparently,
people leave out these specials. These specials are free. Tony gives us free pay per views,
Yeah.
bro.
He
oh
does.
no, yeah, he definitely does. But a quick little tidbit to kind of go into that. Apparently, with their ongoing like talks for an extension with Warner, Warner is very open to them doing more pay per views.
Okay.
So if that extension does go through and they stay on the same network and shit for like another 5 or 6 years, we're gonna see more pay per views from them.
More legitimate pay per views.
More legitimate pay per views.
Okay.
I'm cool with that. That sounds fun. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Pay the writers though, and the actors.
And the actors, yeah, pay it. Just pay people.
Pay people what they're fucking worth.
Quit being
but-
fucking greedy, you goddamn billionaires.
and fuck Bob Iger.
Yeah, fuck you. 25 million per year.
Yeah, he gave himself a raise. He gave himself a raise for what? Fuck you, Bob.
Yeah, fuck you,
Piece
Bob.
of shit. But
He's
anyway,
better than
back
the
to
other
this.
guy, but
Who's the other guy?
the guy that Bob Iger retired and some other guy took over and then
Yeah, and then Bob
Disney,
came back for
tanked.
nothing.
Well, because Disney was tanking because
But it was the pandemic. It was peak pandemic.
Yeah, probably, but he didn't know how to run the fucking company.
It is what it is.
CGI sucked in Thor because of that guy. I bet.
Oh my god.
God.
I'm just-
Wow. That's crazy. You really went there. But yeah, no, we're definitely going to TD.
Fight me, internet.
Oh God, don't fight him, please. We need him.
Before we close the show out, I want to ask, what's up with the fucking CM Punk bag? What is gonna happen?
It's the world title. It's
Yeah, it is.
But I just don't know why he's not taking it out.
Maybe
Great question. That's a very
And
stupid
what's
thing.
gonna I don't know. It's weird.
I mean, I
Everything
bet
about
you-
Collision, I don't mean to be a negative Nancy about this, bro. And somewhere Gary, and I love him to death, he's gonna hear this and think
He's
I'm just
rolling-
trying to hate. But
he's screaming
I
in
want to
his car.
like it. I just can't.
Punching air.
Yeah,
I
he's
just
mad.
can't. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I'm very confused.
We'll figure it out. They just need to get their numbers up.
Wrestling fans don't like being confused. We can't handle
Sure,
it.
we can't handle it.
But quick predictions though for next week. Who wins that match?
The Elite.
Yeah.
Elite.
But it's one of those matches where I really don't care.
Yeah, either
Oh
way.
no, yeah.
It's going to be so good.
I'm just in it for the fucking blood and guts, baby.
I think it's going to be the best blood and guts match they've had.
Oh no, it
Yeah?
definitely will
Yeah.
be.
Because what are the other two?
The other one was
Or there was only one.
No. Blackpool and Jericho
And
Appreciation
Jericho.
Society last year.
Yep.
The first one was Inner Circle.
Inner
I
Circle.
forgot who it was.
and Pinnacle.
Oh yeah. Yep.
I did see that one.
Yes.
That was the one that I saw. Okay,
think we
so I
watched
didn't
that one
see less.
together.
Yes,
Yeah, no.
we did.
I think we did.
Yeah. All right.
But
word.
yeah, no. just to kind of cap it all off of me, like you've seen that clip of Kota and Okada and that one match they had before where Okada just slapping him and Kota's just like, that's what he's going to do to one Wheeler Yuta.
Oh, Wheeler's
gonna die.
He's
R.I.P. Wheeler
losing that motherfucker, man.
Like he's really gonna go slapping him and he's just like, okay.
Like, wait, what are you?
And then next thing you know, it's just gonna hit him and then it's just gonna die. He's just gonna plop on the floor.
I love it. Guys, if unless anybody has any more final thoughts, this has been legit heat. We got a short and sweet one for you tonight. We are just so excited for Blood and Guts.
Yeah. If anyone's in Boston, we'll see you in Boston.
See you in Beantown, boys. Later, Gators.
I love when he does that.